Good everybody, what's up? Robett Hollis here, onto my office. Today I've got a very simple question. How does a 13-year-old in 2016 make an extra $20 a week that doesn't come from their parents? Last night I was in Hamilton. I was speaking at Wintech down there, and I met a couple young high school girls, and I said, hey, how do you sort of, make your money? They're like, oh, my parents. I was like, okay, well, take your parents away from me, how can you do it? And it's a pretty simple question. How does a 13-year-old in 2006 make an extra $20 a week? Why I asked that question is because when I was 13, you had the paper run, had the milk run, you could work at the New World, or, and then I started working at a skate shop, sweeping floors and doing whatever else as well. Now in 2016, technology has obviously come along, wiped out a whole bunch of that stuff. You're consuming media on phones, on laptops, on stuff like that, which totally makes sense. But what type of jobs exist to be able to get those quick little hustles going on? This morning I had breakfast with a buddy who has a very entrepreneurial son, and he's been getting $5 a week for pocket money. He's only been spending, or for the bus, he's only been spending $4 of the dollars, and for the extra dollars he's taking at the end of the week, the $5, because he's just got in trouble. He's been taking the spare dollar he makes up each week, going to the supermarket, going to the supermarket before school, making a mini little black market tuck shop, and then going selling all the stuff. The funny thing is, then he doesn't have the end of the business plan because he's selling all the stuff for profit, but then he's actually going and then spending money at the tuck shop. so he's not. But you can kind of see the point. But outside of that, now where I wanted to get to was actually around the digital space, because if you think about all those different things were in the real world environment, manual processing and stuff in the States, with Pokemon Go, there's been some pop-ups, some young kids going around basically earning a little bit of extra money in the digital space by using their time in exchange for digital services to go and catch your Pokemon or whatever. So almost like microcurrencies at a small level for that, which was really interesting. So then I thought, well, what opportunities exist that are in the digital age that you could do micro conversions or some type of stuff to make an extra $20 a week? Now what I'm holding in front of me is the NZ Tech Industry Association annual report, and a really interesting bit was on, boom, number one right there. It says New Zealand's third largest export is technology. So while everyone's harping on about fishing, forestry, farming, the three things there, the reality is those aren't scalable resources. There is only a finite amount, and that can't go globalize everywhere like technology can. So technology has made a lot of the jobs that I would have had 20 years ago non-existent, and now for the young bucks that are coming up in the digital age, my question is very simple. How does a 13-year-old in 2016 make an extra $20 a week? Because if we can answer that question if we can answer it with some type of micro currency community something, that's actually a starting point that not only could work locally but could scale globally as well. Because outside of just being the entrepreneur hustler that's stealing his parents' money and going and selling a whole bunch of lollies at school, which I think is great, by the way. There's got to be something more to it. So if you've got ideas, because basically if someone out there can answer that, that's actually something that could scale nationwide. That's digitally based. That'd be really, really interesting. That I think would make a huge impact to the lives of a whole bunch of youth, because if they're coming up and they don't see anywhere for them to make money or do, it can kind of get a bit lost and a little bit scary. So technology is supposed to make our life better. It's currently taking some jobs away. How can we create an extra $20 a week for 13-year-olds based off digital devices in 2016? See you guys soon.